Hey you guys, welcome back to another Flashback Friday. So let me just tell you right now, I have been so impressed with this palette. I wanted to use it, and I kept putting it off, and I kept putting it off, and I was like, maybe I'll wait till spring, you know, because the theme of it, and I'm so glad I did not wait, because I will be using this many times before then, I can tell you that 100%. So this right here is from Klarity Kosmetics, and it is the Bridal Party palette. The packaging matches it. It looks the exact same, and I was obsessed with this packaging the second that I saw it. It is just so beautiful and well done, and I honestly, like, I would get this tattooed. I would. I think it's beautiful. Not only is it beautiful on the outside, it is beautiful on the inside. The color story is just beautiful. It's got a little bit of warmth, it's got a little bit of cool, and I feel like everything in here has a purpose, has a place, and I want to use it on its own, and I want to use it with other stuff. Oh my goodness gracious, you guys. I have not been this happy with a palette in a really, really long time, and I know normally I don't give my last impressions first, but I will 100% be keeping this. It is not leaving. I actually wish now that I had a backup for it. I'm quite sad that I do not, but I will be using it, I think, regularly because I really, really enjoyed it that much. So, Klarity Kosmetics, I haven't purchased from them in a really long time. I feel like their palettes are mostly hit, but there are a few misses. The more recent ones I didn't pick up because I was not drawn to them. I was just like, meh. There was one that inside looked a lot like an Odin's Eye Cosmetics palette. And it kind of irked me because of that. I don't know why. I personally loved the format that they used to do. I'm totally on board with them going to smaller pans because I don't think with the other pans that were so big, and even these are kind of big in my opinion, that you'll ever get through those. But now I'm kind of like, man, I wish these were the bigger pans. I don't know what I'm saying. I'm swinging wild, Francine. But in any case, I really like this. I'm curious, has anybody else picked this up? Do you feel the same way? I just... So, with that being said, I'm going to do some swatches for you guys. I'm going to do another look. I'm going to do this look, and I'll be back at the end with my final thoughts, which you kind of already know. Okay, we have had a harrowing little experience. We had like 3 bees inside of the house, and both my husband and I are allergic to bees. And December is the great bee hunter. She's the great hunter in general. And we didn't want her to end up like Amber Heard and have her foot get stung by a bee, her dog's foot, whatever. And so we were trying to catch these bees while simultaneously trying to not be stung by these bees. It was horrifying. They're everywhere. And so now I've got her in with me because I'm going to keep an eye on her because she swatted it down, and then I feel terrible because I do not like killing insects. But I can't take a chance that I'm going to have an anaphylactic reaction or my husband's going to have one. So in any case, what I'm trying to say is she's in here with me, and I'll be periodically checking on her. Okay, let's get to the swatches. Oh, I'm just like, let's start with what? I didn't plan this before I came on here. I was just like, I'm going on. Let's do Hold My Dress first. Okay, this is different than I thought it was gonna be. This is kind of like a green, as I don't even swatch it. It's kind of like a green. Whoa. Okay. Well, that was highly what the hell? As normal, I have nothing on my arms or hands that will obviously help how it's going to perform, but that is not good. Let me just talk about this. It's like caking up when I'm swatching it, and that texture's terrible. Wow, okay. It's a black based green. I wonder what the hell could be causing that. Yeah, not impressed with that at all. I was really wanting to keep this palette, but if we'll just keep going. Okay, you know, spoiler alert, what I already recorded may not work. Let's go ahead and do Every Moment, which looks phenomenal. Okay, much better. I was going, what? Because I used it today, and everything I used worked really well, but I ain't never had anything swatch like that. That was insanity. So I didn't dip back in. I was just trying to pull it down. That's gorgeous. It's like a soft green that has so much sparkle. It's glorious. We're going to do To Have and To Hold. What the fuck? What the fuck? It's like disappear. I don't know what is happening here. I used this shade, and this shade, and this shade today, and a little bit of that one. So performance-wise, I had no issues with those. But now I'm swatching this, and it's just like the everlasting gobstopper, but of swatches, and it kind of keeps disappearing. No. Oh, I might have to redo my whole intro. Oof. That is some very... I've never had anything swatch this poorly. Okay, I don't know what's up with this, you guys. Rolling from that disaster, let's go... That is strange as shit. I'm sorry, I'm just like really having a moment of like profound confusion. I am gonna go into Bridesmaids. Which again, I definitely use this today. Looks like it's going good. Alright. So maybe just a few of these are not going to perform well, or like they're normal. Like normally their mattes work really well, so that's why I was kind of like astonished. And this right here is just like horrid, like the worst shadow I've ever touched. Okay, then I'm going to go into Bachelorette Party, which I also used today. Its texture is different than the first one I used, but they're similar. But this one is swatching normally, more normally, you know what I mean? Yeah, like it's not crumbling up into 1,000 bits and pieces. It didn't take me 4,000 dips in. It's a black-based purple, has a little bit of shift to it. Let's go ahead and move into Let's Have a Toast, which I also used today. Seems to be swatching just fine. Kind of a grayish-brown purple. This is an anomaly. I'm going to go into First Dance, which I also used today on my lid, and it was fantastic. Oh, wow. That is just so stunning. It's kind of like a champagne with a little bit of pink and purple that is so beyond shimmery. It's gorgeous. Okay, then I'm going to go into the Rings Please, which I did use today. Picked up too much probably if it works like normal. Yeah. Just a really nice kind of peachy shade. Okay, that seems to be working like normal. Let's go over here to Who's Catching the Bouquet. Ooh, okay, this it's gonna just go forever, I can sense it. Yeah, I have far more than I'm ever gonna need. Like, this picked up, like, slightly creamier than the other ones. And there is just so much. And I still have shit tons on my finger. Okay, that is kind of like a goldish pink. Beautiful shimmer. I honestly have way too much on my finger. Oh, I'm so sad. I hate looking at it and not using all the extra. Gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous. Go to the shade Maid of Honor. That's beautiful. It's kind of a blushish pink with a little bit of mauve to it. A little bit of something. I think that would be a really great blush, actually, for me. I picked it up weird. You okay, Sandy? Sorry, I want to check on my cat. I'm worried. Right here to Forever Love. Oh my gosh, it's glorious. That looks like it's got some shift to it as well. Just swatches slightly different, but it's fine. This kind of, I'm sorry I've said it like 50 million times just in the swatches. But this is kind of an orange that goes gold and maybe slightly a little bit pinkish red. And is very sparkly. Honestly, the shimmers are going to be the only reason I end up keeping this palette, probably. Then the next shade, the last shade in the palette is called Vows. Did I miss any? I'm half tempted. Well, if I didn't love the packaging, which I do love the packaging, I'd consider, sorry about the I would consider depotting and just moving them into something else. But I do really like this packaging. And this is kind of like a stunning gold, like a very light gold, a pale gold. Pale yellow gold. It almost has a bit of green to it as well. And a whole shit ton of shine. And a little bit of a shift to something else here. But it just maybe is the way it's looking. But it's glorious. It's absolutely glorious. I might have some similar shades. So I'm kind of like, now at this point, I'm really debating if I should keep this. Because I definitely have matte shadows that work better. And this is just the giantest pile of shit I've ever used. So I will need to consult my collection a little bit to see if I really want to keep this. Because I don't know, I'm very torn. Although these sparkly shades are phenomenal. And the other mattes were all good. So take that all with a grain of salt. I'm going to get some pictures in other lighting situations, and I'll see you in a second. Look, I'm sure that this lip color isn't going to make sense with what I'm going to do, but I am going to start. I'm torn. I don't necessarily know that I want to mix cools and warms, but I'm kind of like, I kind of want to mix cools and warms. Okay, I'm going to mix these two shades right here, the Rings Please and Bridesmaids, and I'm going to make that my crease color. Just going to, you may hear my cat in the background. He is up to no good, and that's exactly it. He's found something on the floor. He has been so freaking cute. I mean, he's always cute. Yeah, you may hear him as well. Oh my gosh, I literally jerked, and I now think I've kind of made a mess up here, but that's okay. I don't know what he has. Maybe I should look, actually. Okay, if that's not the most wholesome, cute little shit ever, I don't know what is. So I'm just putting this into my crease and working it out. I kind of can't see what I'm doing in that little mirror that's over here, so I guess I'm going to pull in a friend. This is my friend. Just picking up a little bit more, although I may not need much more. This really kind of went down nicely, even though I jerked upward when he scared me. That was my laugh. Okay, yeah, I like that a lot. Let me find something. I need some way, something. How's everybody been doing? I'm excited. I had a terrible week, but then I actually was able to go meet my two best friends in real life and have some lunch with them, which I think the last time we did it was 10 years ago. We had like a flashback from, like, you know those time hops or whatever that you get, time hops or memories on Facebook. It was almost 10 years to the day that we've gotten together. That's sad. Not that I haven't seen them in those 10 years, but we haven't all three been able to get together, and normally I don't go out of the house. And I've been in a particularly bad flare-up, so I was really excited to get to do that at all. They are some of the best people I've ever known. I have known my one friend since 4th grade. When I liked her shoes, she had Adidas on, and they were like, kind of like what's popular this year and last year, more last year. The holographic type of look, which I love. I still love them. I bought a pair, and I was going to try and wear them, but they just did not fit right. I tried. I huffed and I puffed, and it just didn't happen. But I still like them, and so I met her in like 4th grade, and we went to school together, and we've been the best of friends since then. And I don't know what I did wrong here. I feel like I did something different. This side looks a lot warmer than that side. What did I do? Look at Leo. He's going back up. He's so cute. I'm going to try and pick up more of the purple to try and even it out, because this side is way more warm than the other side. And that's the only trouble with mixing your own shades. Sometimes you don't realize what kind of blend you're going to get. And then my other friend, I've been friends with since I was like 11, and we met at church camp. Because yes, I went to church camp, which is quite entertaining, I'm sure. I loved it. We met and we stayed good friends all through school as well, but we didn't even go to the same school. But he was like the kind of friend that just never gave up. They both were. And actually, so he's my friend where his wife had just passed away. So he's had a really, really rough year. Anyway, I'm not going to get into his stuff, but he's like the best person ever. So is she, and I was super excited to see them. So that was nice to get out of the house and actually do something that felt normal, because I normally don't do anything like that. Like, I don't go out to eat, and I don't get to see my friends, and I don't get to do those things. Wow, this has turned into another pity party. I'm so sorry. I was just trying to say I was really excited because I got to do that. So now I'm going to take Let's Have a Toast, this deeper shade down here. Actually, I'm going to make sure that there's nothing left on this brush. And we started putting up some of the Halloween stuff this week. Well, outside. I did the inside back in the 1st of September, rather. Originally, I was going to put out the outdoor stuff then, too, but then I was like, I should have just done it. It would have made me happy. I would have done it in July. Real talk, I was looking for Halloween stuff in July. Not that I got anything, but I love to look at it. But I'm super excited. Maybe if you guys are interested, I'll post a video of what everything ended up looking like once we're done totally setting it up, because we have like, we got really lucky. We hit a lot of the 75 and 90% off sales that were after Halloween last year and picked up a ton of stuff. So maybe I will share those with you guys if you are interested to see it. I love Halloween stuff, but not everybody's into it. I'm kind of into every holiday, and when I feel well enough, which I don't usually, and for like a solid 8 years, I did not decorate at all. Now I just like let my husband and children help with that, but I felt so disconnected because I was so bad, and I just hated feeling like they were having to do stuff that maybe they didn't want to do, but they do enjoy it. So now it's been really fun. But my great grandma, when she was alive, she used to go all out. I mean, she would decorate for everything. She'd have the cutest little outfits she'd wear for holidays. She was the absolute best. I totally thought she'd still be alive to this day, but unfortunately that is just not the case. Everybody loved her though. And so she was big on all holidays and decor and all of that, and I am as well. I like to go big. I can't wait to do Christmas this year. I think I'm going to do fall, which is funny because before I didn't really do Halloween at all, even though I loved Halloween, don't get me wrong. I did it, just not like I do now. So I mostly just went straight from spring or summer or whatever to fall, Thanksgiving, and now I pretty much have to like pack up the weekend right after Thanksgiving or after Halloween to put out the Thanksgiving if I'm gonna do it, which I still feel like if I can do it, I'm gonna do it. What I mean by if I can do it, if Dustin can do it, we're gonna do it. So there's that. I think that this side is a lot darker than the other side, personally, but I do like the colors. They worked really well. It's not a like formulation thing. It's just like how I mixed them and how I applied them. I'm going to try and get a slightly more clean brush and just try to work these together a little bit more. So anyway, that's been super exciting, and I can't wait to get everything plugged in and turned on so we can enjoy it, and hopefully we'll get a lot of trick-or-treaters. Although, I don't know if it's the same everywhere else. You guys let me know. Do you guys only get like 2 hours to trick-or-treat? Because I feel like that's ridiculous. When we were young, well, if you're my age, which is almost 40, you went for like the whole weekend, and that's what it was. And now they only give kids around here 2 hours to trick-or-treat, which is just the most asinine thing ever. And I know things are different than when we were young and all of that, but can't we give them like 4 hours? Can't we give them 6 hours to do it? That just doesn't... It's like everybody's too inconvenienced by kids doing the one thing kids should be doing, and that's having a little bit of fun and dressing up and going out, and it's very irritating to me. Okay, so now I have two that are similar but different. I'm gonna use, I don't know what I'm gonna do. I've got this beautiful purple here, but I almost feel like it's too deep for what I've got going on. Okay, maybe I'll try and take just a smidgy smidge. We'll see how this works out, because you know how this rolls. I'm gonna try and take a smidge onto my outer area, maybe. Brush. Okay, so I'm gonna try and pick up just a teensy bit of Bachelorette Party. We'll see about this. But anyway, like, I feel like kids should be able to be kids, and I don't know if anybody else feels like it's just, they're not getting that opportunity anymore, because I really do feel that way. I'm trying to be, oh, so conservative with this right now. But it is a gorgeous shade. Oof. It's definitely deep. I'm going to try and, like, it out a little bit, but I like it. I mean, I'm kind of, when I'm doing this, I'm getting rid of the shimmer, which is sad. But I still really wanted to try it. I don't know. I kind of janked it up a little bit, but that's okay. Alright, anyway. The kids loved it last year because it was the first year we'd gone kind of big. I was feeling a little bit better for some of the year last year, which totally, it's funny, like, I'll get, like, a good period, and then it's, like, bad, and it was so bad after that, but we did get a little bit of good time during Halloween last year, and it was awesome, and we had trick-or-treaters. We have some videos where they were like, ah, and they went screaming from the porch, which is adorable, and I love it. But it was funny because we had been told that we weren't going to get maybe 3 or 4 trick-or-treaters. We probably had, like, 50 or more, so I'm really hoping this year we'll get more. Maybe they'll be like, oh, yeah, go back to that one house. And we'll have all the candy. We'll have all the candy. I don't know. Seeing kids happy makes me happy. Seeing my kids happy makes me happy. Wish I could do more to, like, be around, like, all of the time for everything. That's probably, like, the worst part about being sick is that I feel like I miss out on so many things. Okay, I'm going to go into the shade called First Dance right here, and I'm really excited to try it. Should I use my finger? No, but am I going to? Yes. I have no primer on my lid. Oh my god. Okay. And I'm just going to tap it on. Keep in mind, again, no primer, so I don't know. Oh, it looks so good, though. in love. I'm in love with a beautiful girl. That sounded really strange. My husband's probably going, what is happening in there? Okay, but seriously, would you not be? This is so metallic and so beautiful. It's so impactful. Oh yes, this palette is absolutely a keeper and a winner. And I know it's not like a typical, I mean, I want to use this more, I can tell you that. Like, I don't normally go into like, there's some color in here too. I don't know. Anyway, I was going to say it's on the more neutral-ish side, but it's not. But it is, but it's not. Okay, I'm going to try and set these down with my brush this time. Just my brush. Just because I want to see the comparison of how it applies. Oh, still nice. I didn't pick it up very good either. Brush is nice because you can kind of pick where you're wanting to put it, but I'm still going to go with that. My favorite is using my finger. Still very metallic, and if you wanted to use a brush, definitely get an eyeshadow primer, and you're going to have fantastic performance. Although this is still really good for like on a dry ass lid with, oh, it's still nice. I'm gonna use my finger because I prefer it, but oh, shoot, I used my grungy looking finger. Okay, I'm sorry, I know that I'm kind of blocking what you guys are seeing, but I need to see. Oh, it is so freaking pretty. Ooh. Do, 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 do. Okay, seriously, y'all. This is so shimmery and so impactful and just everything I like in a metallic. There is a formula from Davina that is very similar and one from Terra Moons as well, I believe. I thought maybe I would get rid of those because of this, but I still feel like they may be different enough that I won't do that. Ooh. That is just, it does get a little out there, so I would just say either go in with one application or the other, because I kind of just like, it went everywhere. It's like a glitter ball a little bit. I actually feel like using my finger was maybe better than the brush. That's just, but if I had a glitter glue, I'd probably feel different. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm like 20 different opinions all at once. But I'm so excited by this. I'm just so excited. I really am, though. Oh, that is nice. Okay, I'm going to try and clean everything up. I'm going to get some liner on. I'm going to get some mascara on, and I'll be right back. Alright, I am back. I have my liner on. I have my mascara on. I stabbed myself in the eye. I dropped it on the floor. I had to go sanitize it. I was freaking out. I was like, oh my gosh, this is what totally happened. But, you guys, I am really, really liking this. I can tell you after first use, I will not be getting rid of it. I like the mattes in it. I think that the special shade, which is technically, I guess, just like a really metallic, is just... There's so much going on, and when you turn in different lights, it does look like it has a small shift. I don't think it's like marketed as like a duochrome or anything like that, but oof, I am feeling that energy. I really like this eyeshadow. I know that like I feel like it doesn't all go together with what I'm wearing, but I'm just, whatever, it is what it is. I know normally in my first look I don't say, yep, I'm gonna keep this, but I'm definitely gonna be keeping this. Okay, so I am back. I'm gonna do a second look. I am leery to do this look because when I swatched this shadow, it was the worst shadow I've ever swatched ever, like in all the time that I've been swatching, and it did kind of irritate my arm, so I'm nervous to put it on my eye, and I'm like, ugh, I don't know. Just in case you're curious and you didn't catch the swatches, the shade that I'm talking about is Hold My Dress. That green shade, I was like completely unimpressed, have never used a worse shade, and actually I feel like that blue shade down there did not swatch very well, so we'll just see what happens here today. I am going to go into the shade Rings Please again, and I'm going to put that all over my crease area. A little bit more gently than whatever the hell I just did. I feel like this lighting is very strange today. We'll just have to roll with it. As per the norm, I have no primer on or anything like that. And I am just going to drop this right on into the crease and slightly above, which seemed to work very nicely. And this did swatch well and work well the other day when I did use it, so I'm not worried about that. I really should use those other problematic shades, but because they were so irritating, I just don't even want to take the chance on my eyes. I really don't. And because my arm was so agitated after I did the swatches, which is weird because I've used all of their formulas and never had a problem, so I'm kind of just left going, what happened here? Maybe there's like an issue somehow, but I'm kind of sensitive, so the same shadow underneath as well. Hopefully not like a mile down like I am wont to do. Okay, I mean, I kind of went a little ham, but that's fine, because that's just what I do. I'm going to take the shade Maid of Honor, and I am going to put that in my outer corner. I'm tempted, we'll see how dark it is. Let's just see before I go chasing waterfalls. I'm very interested to see how this is going to play with the other colors, because they don't really make sense together, but I really want to use them, so I don't care. Alright, that is really a beautiful shade. Damn, I should have used this as blush today. Shit. It was such a good color, I really was like, man, when I swatched it, I was like, that would make a fantastic blush. I'm also, I think, going to do some comparison swatches to a few other shadows that I have that remind me of the beautiful formula in here. And if I have them, I think I'm going to go back on what I said and sell this palette just because it's not agreeing with my skin the best. Which I hate to do because honestly, like first use, I was like, yes, I'm keeping this. It will never leave. And then once I swatched it and had that irritation, I was like, let's rethink this maybe. Okay, there's that. And I will do the same thing and bring it down below. It's not very deep, which is, I guess, the one critique I have of this palette. There's only 1 or 2 shades that are kind of deeper, and I don't really, I'm not feeling them. Like, the purple was great on the other look that I used in all reality, but it just isn't the vibe here. All I have to deepen this up is kind of that gray tone brown shade in the bottom, or that, well, that's pretty much it for deepening. Or the purple, but I don't want to go purple. Okay. Just gonna try and blendy a little bit more. Not mad freaking there. Whew, maybe that'll help a little bit. I was getting major glare from the light up top. And I'm gonna just go back one more time with this other brush and pull it out a little bit more there. I said pull it out. Okay, well, it's alright. It's not great. Now, let's just give this a shot, shall we? I'm going to take the shade Vows all over my lid with my finger, because I personally like the application with my finger better than I liked it with a brush. I have no, ooh, I went up too high. I have no, what's the word I'm looking for? I have no primer on my lids or anything like that. Okay, I'll go back in and fix this in a second, but just setting it down. Oh shit, I used my gnarled up finger on this hand. Whoops. Grab a little bit more with the other finger. Try and keep that down a little bit further than I did on the other eye. And bring it underneath, which I did on the other side as well, and in the corner a little bit. Okay. I'm going to try and get rid of some of the excess that I brought up a little bit higher. I don't hate the way these are working together. I'm feeling like that green is just not going to make sense, but am I still going to use it? I feel like that's a yes. Okay, I'm going to just put a tiny bit of the green towards the back end with a small dabby do on the finger. Because as I said, they don't really like the colors. I don't know. I mean, pinks and greens are fun to offset each other with, but I just don't want to get too much, you know what I'm saying? Oh boy. Yeah, there's a downside. If you get it all underneath anywhere, it's going to be a hot mess. It's fine. Oh no! Look what I've done! Shit! Save me! Oh, I made a glitter bomb. It's fine. It's fine. Everything is fine. Alright. Definitely pulled down how bizarre it was. It's beautiful. Yeah, those shades are really pretty. I'm going to pick up a little bit more of that matte pink shade. Just for the outer a little bit. Which then does cover up a little bit of that green, but you know, it's fine. Okay. I don't hate it. I don't hate it. It's not perfect, but do I dislike it? Not really. Okay, I am going to put some liner on. I'm going to do my mascara and I'll be right back. Okay, so I have my liner on, which I actually ended up doing like a nude color. I never do that. And then I put on my mascara. Here's where I'm at with this. I am going to swatch what I have from 2 other brands that remind me of these. And if they are close enough, I will probably let this go. But if they are not, I will really have to consider it. Because I definitely feel like the one shade, totally unimpressive. The other matte shade was not that great. And I know I have these matte shadows in other brands, so it's like not the end of the world to lose those shades. But the metallic shades that are in here were so good that I would truly miss those. I'll tell you, there's one shadow I don't have, at least in these that I just quickly looked at an exact dupe for, and that is Forever Love, which is like this orange shifting shadow. But I'm sure I have something very similar to it in one of my palettes. I'm just going to put that out there. And, you know, I don't know. I'm going to put this. I did not plan to do swatches, at least like this. I'm going to just put that. Shit, it's gorgeous. I'm like, just keep the palette. It'll be easier. But I know I have similar shades to this in other brands. And the finish is beautiful, but I think I can, sorry, that's my wiping area. But I don't know, it's pretty freaking good. Okay. I'm just talking circles around myself. So next I'm going to do the shade called Vows, which I've already done these, but at least so I can try and compare them to the ones that I have. This is the more goldish, well, it's like a silvery gold. Ooh, I think they're shifting that. Well, oh no. Alright, I'm going to do the ones that I have that are the closest. The first one is Moonbeam from Davina. We're just going to set them down next to each other so I can see if they're remotely similar. I feel this one definitely has a deeper base. Oh no. Yeah, definitely a deeper base. Very pretty. And the other, like, so the top one looks more gold, which I do have another one I can do from Davina, and this is Air Glow. Now I'm wondering, damn, that one probably matches the other one better. Okay, anyway, that's fine. I'm talking in my mind aloud. But as far as finish, they're very, very similar. They're just not quite the same. Alright, and then I do have one from Terra Moons, which is called Casium. I think that's how it's pronounced, but I could be wrong. I'm hoping it will be similar to this one right here. They're very similar. On the eye, would you even notice the difference? Probably not. Except for there's that hint of shift. I don't know. Okay, so then there's Every Moment, which is the greenish shade in the palette. I've swatched these very strangely. I don't know why I did it like this. Hi, lover.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm good. You look nice. I like your sweater.
I like your face.
I love you.
I love you. Goodbye. Now this doesn't, I was thinking maybe it would look more like this, but now I'm turning it, it doesn't. I do have one. It's not really a green, but I'm going to try it anyway. It's Earthshine from Davina. I'm just going to give it a shot-see. It's more in the silver family than it is like, it's silvery bluish, maybe with a hint of green. So, but they are, I'm telling you, on the eye, you probably wouldn't notice it. I'm trying to justify this to myself. I'm so sorry that I had to bring you guys along with me. Next, I'm going to do the shade First Dance that's in the palette. Okay. Very beautiful shade. And I'm going to try it next to Pink Flare, maybe, from Davina. I've got two that it could be close to. No. No, this is far more purple-based, which now makes me want to do, like, the purple. Well, this is the purple one. Okay, they're different. Then I've also got one more, which is Fire Hunt. It's just close but no cigars. I can sense it. Yeah, this is more taupe undertoned. I mean, I hate to keep the whole palette for just the metallics, but they're so good I don't really want to lose them. Okay, I'm going to do one more that's in the palette called Who's Catching the Bouquet? That one's fucking, oh sorry, but it is fucking gorgeous. I might have something, maybe, I don't think so. I think they're different enough that I'm going to end up keeping this palette. Okay, this is Rubidium, and I know this isn't going to be, and this is from Terra Moons. This is gold. Yeah, no, okay, alright. Well, I was trying to talk myself out of keeping this palette. The finishes on all of these are extremely similar. What I was trying to say is, even though these are very similar, and on the eye they would probably be very similar, they're just enough different that I really still like the shadows that are in here. Like, if I ignored the shadows that I don't love in this palette, it's still, those other shades are so good that I just can't do without them. That's how I feel. So I'm going to keep it, and I do love the packaging. The packaging is so beautiful. Like, in case you did not catch the beginning, this is what it looks like. It is gorgeous. Like, I'm obsessed with this packaging. Okay, I'm just going to keep it. I'm going to make peace with it. I'm going to try and get a lot of use out of it. I'll probably use things in conjunction with it because I don't love all of the color story, and some of the shadows that I might have used to deepen looks were agitating on my arm and swatched like absolute shit. I should have used it on my eye, but I just was not willing to take that risk because I don't need to have my eyes swell up over that. No, thank you. So with that being said, do you guys have this? I'm curious. Have you used it? Have you had the same problem with the same shades that I have? I'm really curious to know if you have any other shadows that you think are just like the ones that are in here that I'm like really wanting to keep this over. Please excuse my cat leaving the room. She does what she wants when she wants. If I could somehow get my collection to just my singles, I would be super impressed. I don't think it's going to happen because I do really enjoy some of my complete palettes, but if you have suggestions, let me know because I am kind of looking to do that. I hope everybody's staying safe and healthy, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye!